Hello. This is Tua Viso, and I'm going to tell you how to use this wonderful anti-aging gem that will take care of your face in the comfort of your own home. Over time, your face is subject to evident changes. Wrinkles get deeper, skin loses its normal elasticity, it sags and loses tone. Cosmetics can moisturize and smooth, but can't do anything to prevent skin from sagging. To lift your face again, it is necessary to intervene on its structural part, i.e. the muscles called cutaneous muscles, because they attach directly to the skin. A cosmetic surgeon also intervenes on this highly important part of the face when performing a facelift. Cosmetic surgery, though, has many contraindications. It can lead to bruising, hematomas, it's very expensive and often far too evident, giving you a face that is no longer natural. Induced stimulation, on the other hand, increases muscle tone in a safe, selective and quick way. Tua Viso acts on the facial muscles which, if not stimulated, begin to sag, dragging the skin down with them. The microcurrent generated by Tua Viso produces ample, deep muscle contractions, increasing tissue oxygenation and nourishment. In this way, the metabolism improves and the production of elastic fibers is stimulated. Your face regains its natural beauty and tone with no need for surgical facelifts. Just a few weekly treatments are enough to get back lost tone and keep your face young and attractive. Tua Viso is composed of an ergonomic handle with two very important electrodes. They have an international patent and represent the true heart of the appliance. Inside, there is the electronics which supplies the stimulation impulses. The knob switches on the appliance and allows you to adjust the intensity. The button, on the other hand, allows you to set the required treatment time. The impulses generated by Tua Viso are delivered for 3 seconds, followed by a 3-second pause. Before switching on the appliance, fill the 2 tanks with normal tap water, up to the metal level, using the special wash bottle. Then press the small sponge domes several times to wet them. Take great care. The sponges must be perfectly wet, otherwise they are insulators and do not conduct the impulses. During use, it may be necessary to wet the sponges more, as they tend to dry up, so press them again. Do not fill the tanks under the tap. The water could get inside and cause malfunctioning. Tua Viso is very simple to use. Switch on the appliance using the knob and set the intensity to 3. Adjust the treatment time, pressing the button once for every minute of the treatment required. The timer is important and will allow you to perform applications of the same duration on each side of the face. Get ready to use Tua Viso on your clean, makeup-free face. Now position it on the points to treat. Increase the intensity gradually until reaching a visible, comfortable contraction. As the rhythm of delivery of the stimulation is 3 seconds followed by a 3-second pause, make any adjustment during the 3 seconds of operation and not during the pause. Look at yourself in the mirror during the first treatments so you can appreciate the amplitude and depth of the stimulation. You will achieve excellent results if you reach a visible contraction. Let your sensitivity and the visible contraction guide you rather than a specific intensity value. Consider this a rule of thumb. If you don't get the contraction you want, move the appliance a few centimeters around the recommended points to find it. There's also a help function. It is also possible to suspend the intermittency of the impulses by holding down the timer, giving you more time to find the right points. Once you have found them, release the button and Tua Viso will automatically restart the staggered delivery of impulses. Always keep the intensity under control with your thumb to adapt it to the specific application. Tua Viso is equipped with a pair of small sponge domes already positioned for use. The sponge domes can be washed in hot water with neutral soap. Make sure that you rinse them well in clean water after washing them. To replace them, proceed as follows. Switch the appliance off and empty any remaining water out of the tanks. Turn the ring nut clockwise by a few millimeters and take it out of its position without forcing rotation or bending its attachments. Reposition the sponges and turn the ring nut anti-clockwise to lock it. Do not put the appliance away with water left in the tanks. Remove very wet sponges from the appliance and squeeze them to remove the excess water. This will help prevent any bad smells from being created. Tua Viso comes with a rechargeable 8.4-volt battery. When the battery is running down, the yellow warning light next to the timer button comes on. In this condition, Tua Viso still works, but the battery will soon need to be replaced. Also replace the battery when the muscle contraction is not sufficiently ample and evident. The quality of the exercises can also be affected by how clean the sponges are. Dirty sponges can considerably reduce impulses. Check the sponges before changing the batteries. To recharge the battery, simply insert the battery charger connector into the socket near the adjustment knob. At this point, the display will show the flashing letter C and the yellow warning light. Battery on steady. Once charging has finished, the letter E will appear on the display and the yellow warning light will go off, showing that charging is complete. Disconnect the cable to use the appliance. During charging, it is not possible to use Tua Viso. If it is necessary to replace the battery, use rechargeable batteries of the type shown in the manual. Tua Viso can also operate with a normal 9-volt alkaline battery, but, in this case, do not attempt to recharge it, as the chemical substances which compose it could leak out. To replace the battery, slide the cover out and remove the battery as follows. Disconnect the clip using your fingers, taking care not to pull the wires because they could come out. If you leave Tua Viso unused for a long time, remove the battery from the appliance. The complete Tua Viso treatment includes 9 exercises for a total action on every area of the face. The first is the eyebrow lift. The second is the temporal area. The third performs a facelift from the ear. The fourth works on the cheekbones. The fifth and sixth work on cheek tone. Then comes an exercise for the lower lip and chin. The eighth looks after the sides of the face and the mandibular arch. And finally, the ninth works on the neck area. For the first exercise, position Tua Viso on the temporal area, with the 2 electrodes placed sideways between the pinna and the edge of the eyebrow, but higher than this. With this exercise, you should see your eyebrow being lifted and feel the work along half of your forehead. The temporal area. This application is an alternative to the previous one in exercise 1 and works a little lower down. The 2 electrodes will be on either side of the zygomatic arch, the lower one in contact with the ear and the upper one on the temporal area. You will lift the eyebrow and also the upper eyelid. The advanced technology of Tua Viso will produce deep, comfortable contractions. Cheek lifting from the ear. This exercise creates a lifting effect at cheek level. It pulls the pinna and the area around the cheek upwards and outwards. Position the Tua Viso electrodes vertically, immediately behind the pinna. cheekbone area. For this exercise, position the electrodes horizontally on the cheekbone. It contracts the whole lower eyelid without lowering it and its bag. In this way, it performs a type of squeezing and drains under the eye bags. Position the electrode sideways between the ear and the corner of the mouth, keeping to the lower edge of the zygomatic arch. It contracts the upper lip, the cheek and the lower eyelid bag. It makes the area firm, like when you smile slightly. This is a variant of the previous exercise. The electrodes will be sideways with the lower one exactly on the corner of the jaw and the upper one in the middle of the cheek. This application stretches the upper lip and the bottom of the wing of the nose upwards and outwards. It increases the volume of your lips and combats the appearance of those vertical wrinkles that come with aging. This exercise is very easy. Position Tua Viso horizontally just under your bottom lip. You should feel the lower lip contracting and being pulled outwards. This makes the lip swollen and combats atrophy. It also provides effective stimulation to the chin. Right. Position Tua Viso just under the mandibular arch, between the corner and the apex, following the directions. This is a very important exercise because aging causes this area to slacken. You should feel the contraction of the chin and also of the lower lip. It creates an oval shape, reducing stretching caused by the drooping of Bichat's fat pad. To treat the whole neck area, position Tua Viso vertically on the sternocleidomastoid. The intensity should be low because this is a particularly sensitive area. The exercise contracts the neck and partially a double chin. In this way, it helps to tone up the delicate tissues in the neck.